The story of free space management. Since disk space is limited, we need to reuse the space from deleted files for new files. To keep track of free disk space, the system maintains a free space list. The free space list records all free disk blocks, those not allocated to some file or directory. When creating a file, first the system searches the free space list for the required amount of space. Then allocate that space to the new file. The space is then removed from the free space list. After a file is deleted, its disk space is added to the free space list. There are 4 common methods of implementing the free space list. One is bit vector, second linked list, third grouping, and then the other one is counting. In the bit vector method, the free space list is implemented as a bitmap or a bit vector. Each block is represented by 1 bit. If the block is free, the bit is 1. If the block is allocated, the bit is considered as 0. The main advantage of this approach is its relative simplicity and efficiency in finding the first free block or number of consecutive free blocks on the disk. This allows fast random access, allocation, check, and deletion. Unfortunately, bit vectors are inefficient unless the entire vector is kept in main memory and is written to disk occasionally for recovery needs. Another approach to free space management is linked list. In linked list, the free disk blocks are linked together. It keeps a pointer in the first free block in a special location of the disk. This first block contains a pointer to the next free disk block, and so on. There is no wastage of space in this method. It is fast if random access is not considered. However, this scheme is not efficient. To traverse the list, we must read each block, which requires substantial input-output time. Grouping. In grouping, the addresses of a group of free blocks are stored in a certain block. The last block of this group contains the address to the next group of free blocks, and so on. This allows large number of free blocks to be found quickly. Counting. Counting is based on the fact that several contiguous blocks may be allocated and freed simultaneously. The first free block in each of this group of blocks holds the disk address and the count of the blocks contiguously free along with it. The efficiency of each of these methods depends on the disk allocation and directory algorithms used. It also depends on the types of data kept in the file's directory entry. And with that concludes the story of free space management. Bye bye.